Tombow, what's wrong with Papa's face, bro? What's wrong with Papa's face, bro?
Yo, did he eat shellfish?
I don't know. Did he get stung by 47 bees?
That really does look like he did. He's allergic to something.
What's wrong, Papa? So, I figured.
Does he acknowledge this at all?
I don't know.
This looks weird.
Yeah. Maybe skip it. Maybe it's a bad angle.
What are you gonna do?
Oh no, that's how it is.
What else you got, Jim?
All right. This is a really quick one.
Frozen is that every show Asian producer.
So James Vick, he was let go from UFC.
Yep.
Went to Karate Combat. So he lost his first fight, Karate Combat.
That
but
sucked.
Robin Black, Boss Rutan.
Oh, by the way, this is the Brendan Schaub show on Thick Boy Networks, and I just skipped to the current event section of his show.
I think GSP2, they're all part of Karate Combat, which is cool. But I just thought this looks cool.
All this stuff, MMA, you have this strict schedule, and
What's going on?
Take a Benadryl. He needs a Benadryl ASAP.
Something's happening. He looks like he's going to explode.
No, I mean, we cover him a lot, so we see what's going on with his face. And that's not, he gained a little weight. That's not weight gain. That's like allergic.
That's puffiness.
Yeah. You all right, bud?
Campese and locals said SSRIs plus booze equals bloat.
Okay.
And that
kind of bloat?
His LA friends got him in therapy.
You're trying to achieve this goal, and then once that's over, you wake up like, I don't have anybody telling me, I don't have a schedule, man. And then depression comes, and it's dark.
And then you get a Showtime special because you're friends with Joe Rogan, and then nobody watches it, and then you do it again, and it's even worse because it's a shorter special and nobody cares.
And then your friend fights Bobby Lee for no reason.
And then you sue a fucking drunk Mexican YouTuber, and then you say you're gonna bring the full force of the U.S. government on Bobby Lee, and then and then Joe Rogan says you need a handler, and then you lie about him apologizing. Normal stuff.
Yeah, normal dude shit.
Yeah, normal. Look, who hasn't been there? Mersh, who hasn't been there?
Yeah, he said
everyone deals with it.
He said he got to a point where he was looking at his firearm and thinking like, he could potentially end his life. Luckily, he had people around him to suck his dick.
Hilarious.
Yeah. Let me refresh this real quick.
Is he even into this?
I think Jake doing this stuff, karate.
I think he's not into this in the same way because he's not into this because this is on his little Thick Boy network, right? And his little Thick Boy network doesn't get the same views as like with him and Callan or him and anybody else, really. So no, probably not.
It's like, what do you do?
Yeah.
Of course they're depressed.
But then the numbers aren't going to go up if you're not into it. So then why do it? You're just going to be stuck in this box?
Because I think, my opinion, I think Bapa's trying to prove that he could do something on his own. I think Bapa's trying to prove that he could carry a show, but
he's not. He's bouncing off his producer the whole time. His producer's done more talking than he has.
Exactly what I was about to say. But if you ever watch these shows, it's either him or Big Gay Lion bouncing back and forth with him, which is fine. I mean, I don't care, but it's like, I really think that he's doing this to prove to people like, look, Tom Bob B, I'm not as dumb as they say,
But then he just sits here and he's not even into it.
No.
Mostly with athletes too, because their windows smaller than
Hell
any
yeah.
other kind of
And
job.
soldiers, think about that.
Yeah, that too.
And soldiers.
All right, so this is also interesting. Well, I'll just play this clip for you. This is Jake Paul telling Dana White to suck his dick.
This would be like if we did our show, right? And you just kept throwing prep like rapidly out there, and I just kept no-selling all of it. You're like, yeah, man, did you see the polls this week? Did you see this clip of DeSantis? And if it's like, if I just was like, yeah, man, politics, man.
Hey, Merce, why's your face so puffy? You all right, bud?
Yeah, man.
Only one eye's open. Are you okay, man?
Yeah, I'm fine.
I'm
fine.
Fucking only.
I have. I had some shellfish. Be okay.
Did it have rohypnol in it?
Assist letters.
So I want to get
Jake
to this
was
part
promoting
here.
a fight with some clips of Anderson.
Out of fucking.
And they're talking about this. So I'll play a little bit of.
I tried to fuck you and
Hold on. Somebody had him, Brennan reading.
In this article.
Yeah, I think
BJ
Conor
Penn comments
McGregor, he
says,
might
"This
actually, end up retiring. He's That's crazy. You're like, all right, are you gonna give me anything, man? It's like, okay, I got all the prep. Like, all right, we were supposed to have a conversation. I just feel like I'm talking about things, and you're going, yeah. All right, cool. It's like, does he know the show started?
Jesus Christ. He sounds like he's trying to hang up the phone with a girl. Like, yeah, word, yeah.
That's the funniest description of it I've ever heard.
All right.
You're right. That's crazy.
All right. Yep.
Wow, that's crazy.
No,
I
I
can't
know
believe
that's
that.
nuts. I'm so sorry.
Congratulations, or I'm sorry that happened to you. I'm not reading all that.
Urges MMA fans to boycott Jake Paul's future fights, and he's saying, "Why are we still pandering to this piece of?"
That's weird. And I mean, I can kind of get it. Trust me, I get it. Let's see.
Well, okay. Have you ever seen him read?
I've seen some like rarely, but yeah, I've seen it happen.
All right.
We should all boycott the rest of his fights until he fights someone who's on his level or whatever level we deem him to be.
Why are you, Papa? Slow
He
down.
reads to himself too.
Slow down. If just because you read fast doesn't mean people can't tell you can't read.
But not only that, he's forgetting that you're doing a show. So you're going to pull up a statement. You usually read the statement out loud clearly for the audience. You don't just go, let's see. So shouldn't be doing fights with Jake Paul. Yeah, no,
What?
totally.
Wait, what? No, but not.
Could you imagine our podcast listeners?
No, you know what it's like?
That?
It's like when it's talking to a girl and they send you a text message and you read the first sentence and the last sentence, so you get the idea. But you don't got to read the whole thing and just repeat back the last couple things. Wow, really? That happened? But the other thing is, like, he reads it really, really fast, like he flies through it. So he's not even understanding what he's saying. And one of the top comments on this video was, Brendan is the only person who could interrupt himself.
Yes.
Well, if he fought to the level that the internet deems him to be, Anthony, who would he fight? Pauly Shore? You know what I'm saying? Like, you guys think he's the worst of all time. So who should, if he predicated based off the internet?
Predicated based off the internet is not a correct sentence.
That's not proper English syntax.
You guys wouldn't allow him to fight. So that's silly. You talk all this shit about MMA fighters, talk shit about the UFC, then you pretend that you want to bring fighters up.
Okay, no. Listen, you have like 43 podcasts. You don't know how to read on a show, man? Why are you trying to speed read? You can't normal read.
Well, he's doing the mumble speed read that idiots do when they say words out loud because he probably reads like that off the air. He's probably like reading out loud, like because he's like, but like he's doing it for himself, not his audience, which is the most obnoxious.
I'm just proud that he doesn't have to put a finger under the sentences to read them. So that's fucking an improvement. I was going to the
today, Junior.
Silly. You talk all this shit about MMA fighters, talk shit about the UFC, then you pretend that you want to bring fighters up and you want everyone to get paid better, but you trash everyone every time they fight.
But he didn't trash Anderson. He gave him a lot of respect. Yeah.
Never, yeah.
Now you notice this is a new Brendan that's not going after Dana White now. He's defending Dana White. It's almost like maybe it wasn't an apology phone call, but it was like, stop talking about Dana, you fucking retard, from Joe Rogan.
Yeah, it's almost like maybe you do need a handler.
Mm-hmm. That's not a gay line.
Should have ran it by me.
What are you doing?
That's why MMA vets are putting food on the table for the boxers, saying older, shorter, smaller, past prime legends that have spent their entire careers ruining their bodies into fucking car accidents. Hold you guys near and dear to hearts. Go fuck yourself. Like, are we even paying this piece of shit?
Yeah. What?
Oh my God.
I'm sorry, but what are you, the Micro Machines guy?
So no, because he actually did Fast and Clear.
And you got to understand him. Yeah, you're right. You're the worst reader I've ever heard.
Yeah, I think the hates, he should steer towards other people. You realize Anderson made more money in this fight than he's ever made. Woodley made more money than he's ever made.
What? Now you're not even reading. Now you're just talking like this.
Hold on. So this isn't a reading thing. It's
getting. He's just getting worse.
This isn't a reading thing. This is a thing now.
Can I say what I think it is?
Sure.
Well, brain damage, obviously.
But besides that,
I think he's also starting to play it fast and loose a little with the drinking and maybe some other stuff.
Papa been boozing?
Papa's depressed.
Got it.
He's got depression, bloat, and he's just, look at that place. Look at all that booze. I mean, he's always got a ton of booze in all his studios. I think he's in a funk.
Yeah.
Ben Askren made more money than he's ever made. Not also, if he's not good, then why is he beating these guys? And then he's also advocating for fighter pay. He's the only one with this magnitude of a platform to even get close to bringing attention to it. So I would say he's doing a lot more for.
Don't you have the platform? Aren't you a big fucking guy? Why aren't you bringing it?
Tell you guys this. You're just promoting Jake Paul. So Anthony Smith, he's like, let's not promote him, but you talked about, so
and then
that's
it's promoting him.
Talking about.
yeah. And people aren't sheep. They're gonna be like, I'm actually gonna tune into this. Maybe even to see him get beat up, you're still paying.
Who tunes into this to get gems of wisdom from the stupidest man on earth? I don't
Even
understand.
stupider men.
The ratio's always bad. Like it always has more dislikes.
Does he clean up comments?
Well, let me change it to newest because that's the easiest way to tell. Yikes. Okay, cool. He can box. Brendan took a half-hour segment to make himself believe Jake Paul's boxing is staged. We don't care. Schaub, think about how stupid you sound right now. Also, Schaub, people think Chris Rock writes my jokes. Did Schaub really say that people think Chris Rock writes his jokes? I need that, and I need that right now. Because that, to me, is one of the most insane statements I've ever heard.
Did Chris Rock wrote his Pico de Gallo bit?
My wife always be talking about Pico de Gallo.
How many people here like Mexican food? You should hear Chris Rock's fajita bit. It's fire.
Got it. I got it, Papa.
When you say that, that's a compliment.
Fucking, you were like
That's
a
such a
millisecond
compliment.
quicker
Here you
than
go.
me.
Here you go.
When you say that, that's a compliment. That's such a compliment. It's the same thing. I've had people go, Schaub doesn't write his jokes. There's no way. They come to the show.
Yeah, because, I mean, they have to be written by a child. Maybe like a baby. Some sort of mentally retarded baby is writing these. I mean, it has to be. Someone who doesn't have like a funny center in their brain.
Yeah, he just like bought one of those AI writing programs and just put in a bunch of Mexican foods.
Mm-hmm.
And then Mark told me, yeah, this guy, thinks you have someone writing your jokes. I'm like, damn, that's a compliment, dude. They think, what do they think? Chris Rock write them? Chris Rock write them?
That's a compliment because you think people are writing your jokes.
Yeah, but to be fair, he didn't actually say Chris. People specifically think Chris Rock wrote him. He's saying, "What do you think, Chris Rock's writing?"
Chris Rock write them? Who's writing them? I'm like, oh man, that's dope. I'm never like, what? That's ridiculous. No, dude. Hell yeah, man. Fuck yeah. You think
Oh
somebody's
no,
doing
never
that?
mind. He did imply it.
Yep.
That's dope, dude. That's great. I mean, it's a good show. It was so good. You think somebody else is writing it? Hell yeah, dude. This is
Well, so you're saying is that people. So even you're trying to take it as a compliment, you're implying that, wow, you're really stupid. You could say words. Somebody else had to write that for you because you're so dumb. You just seem so dumb all the time.
great. This is fantastic. So with Jake, same thing. Exact same thing.
He's so famous. Remember when he said he's basically like The Rock when he was giving The Rock advice? That was probably one of my all-time favorite things when he was saying, yeah, me and The Rock, we're the same, Papa. We're like the same, dude.
Yeah, they're both big fucking moguls.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. One's a mogul. The other's a mongoloid.